They'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Hey, we got 3 down.
Coleman. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's 3rd down and inches. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Here's Coleman. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Move 6-18. Down. 180. 24. Check. Yo, Chief.
Carr now on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Now the rookie from Arizona State, it's Kalen Ballage, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hey, 20.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Justin Ellis with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long. Play action, it's Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a 1st quarter lead. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Roberts on the return. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Coleman now. And some room to maneuver. Oh, some strong running. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards that time at an Oakland first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey, guys, check it out. Down, 185.
They'll toss it to Coleman. And he's going to be met at about the 43. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Low. Monday, down. Yo, Cheaty.
Now they'll throw with Carr. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Bruce Irvin in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's going to go down again. Justin Ellis in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking, and now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with Luke?
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. The rookie Minka Fitzpatrick with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
20.
Tannehill now to throw. That is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Deuce right, Chief. Down. Hey, waiting. I got motion. Raider 1. 694. 1. Raider 1.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The rookie Minka Fitzpatrick with a pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right.
Clay.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off play action, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Amendola, he was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll go down at the 28. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down. 180.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts him in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense just going to gang up on the run and set them down.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, Danny Amendola. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Now, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
They'll run to the backup. This is Williams. And he won't get to the marker as they're going to stop him for a 2nd straight play right at the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a 1st down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Now, whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And Cook has it, left side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Raiders 1st down, Carr hooking up with Cook.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
6:37.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. To throw his car. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. This is Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2. There, bringing up second down.
Express.
Carr to throw on second down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. This is caught. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they let the fullback try and take him home. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Carr. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Purdue. 694.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. Yeah, he's got it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Ellis able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Tannehill. He's going to let one go deep for... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 84 yards, and the Dolphins add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Roberts on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay. These are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. He'll be saying, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that
2
again.
more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They do go for it. It's Carr. And he finds Carr. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
4 down, 4 down.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Throwing now is Carr. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cook. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Continuing to steadily move the ball. Down the field, not big play after big play, but these moderate gains getting them first downs.
And you know what they add up to, right? If you continue that pace and you continue to move it downfield, they add up into 6 points. That's exactly what you're looking for.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
Yo, Chief.
Throwing on first down is Carr. He'll rifle this one deep right. And this is caught at the 20. That goes for a gain of 31.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Raiders on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Again, they'll throw with Carr. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, Carr again. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Derek Carr, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Jakeem Grant now to return. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. this one is down he goes. Bruce Irvin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now Tannehill being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Good job by this defense, and now playing what they call complementary football. Offense scores a touchdown for them, so they come right out, force what should be a 3-and-out, and keep the momentum squarely on their side.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So out come the Raiders. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he's brought down after a good gain. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Bobby McCain here, the one who brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking deep downfield. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Raiders on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3 down.
From the gun, it's Carr. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Still a lot that can happen, but you think they get points on this drive, even if it's just 3. Should wrap this one up.
And you've got to love their starting field position. So if you're the play caller right now, being on the plus side of the 50, you're thinking exactly what you're saying. Get 3, get out of here with at least that. But, hey, you might have a chance to put 6 on the board and really take control.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. Now the ball comes loose, and the Raiders pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
To throw on second down. Carr, Peak's got it over the middle. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Throw left side complete. It's Cook. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Carr now on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Raekwon McMillan coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
93. Go Chief.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr, he completes it to Peake. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
694. 24. Later, 8.
On first and 10, here's Carr. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up second and 10.
White 85. Raider 1. White.
Throwing again. Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom. To you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that. Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, we got 3 downs.
Low.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got Peake. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Second and goal from the 6 this time. He'll get it up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Carr now to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play, don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Tight end's right.
Again, it's Balaj. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Now a signal and a timeout here on the defensive side of the ball. So they want to stop it with 1 second to go prior to the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Even. 4 down. Even. Yo, triple left. Go. Zero.
Here's Tannehill. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Here we go. Everyone's got 4.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He'll return it from the 6. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And I think that's going to do it. They can't get another play off. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, You're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Miami, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Oakland, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Pulling up in that new toy, the wrist on that boy, rock star like Pink Floyd, waving at rude boy, I'm waving at you boy, ran off on the two like True Goy, imagine me do boy, you could never do what I do boy, still